Hey guys, so sorry about the horrible visuals tonight. I'm in a hotel, so I don't have my normal camera and setup. So I just got done seeing Godzilla vs. Kong the New Empire, and look, I've got to admit, it's not as good as the first Godzilla vs. Kong movie. It felt so different from that movie, and that's strange considering it had the same director behind it. Look, this isn't a bad movie, don't get me wrong. I was still entertained by it, but it just wasn't as good as that original one, which was just like lightning in a bottle. It was so good. So, this had Baby Kong though, and he was really cute. So, I feel like so much of the movie was building up towards Godzilla and Kong coming together, teaming up, having their buddy cop moment, and it didn't really happen till the very end and it was over so quickly. I really would have liked if they had expanded more upon them actually working together. And it felt like it was very much a Kong movie and Godzilla was the sidekick. Like he wasn't really in it much, and I'm more of a Godzilla person, so that was disappointing for me. So I really liked Dan Stevens' character. He was like a vet for Titans. He was a really good addition to the cast, and he helped break up the movie and give it some more comic relief, which it did need. And we had the conspiracy guy back, who was in the first Godzilla vs. Kong movie, and I really liked his character. So I was glad that he was back, but the rest of the cast just felt very lackluster. I wasn't really invested into their characters or the stories. Yeah, if we just had a movie about Dan Stevens' vet doing his vet treatments for the Titans and the conspiracy guy doing his conspiracy stuff, I'd be happy with that. So I feel like there was too many scenes with Hollow Earth, and it really affected the fight scenes because of the scale of Godzilla and Kong. Obviously in Hollow Earth, this is their home, this is where they're meant to be, so the scale is going to fit them. Where out in the normal world, they look gigantic, and I feel like I really missed that. It wasn't really featured, that enormous scale, in a lot of the movie. It was mainly in Hollow Earth, and so obviously they fit the landscape, the scale of it, and I get why they did that. A lot of the storyline was about Hollow Earth, but still, I really wish we had gotten more of that. And I get it, we've seen it before in all the other movies, I know that, but still, it really adds that awe factor, even after all this time. So, yeah, that would have been cool to see more of that. And I would have liked to just see less of Hollow Earth in general. It's not a storyline I find really fascinating, and I feel like it's been done in the other movies. Let's focus on something else, like with Kong Skull Island. I really liked the premise of that movie, with just the simple premise of the army coming onto this island. When it comes to the score, the cinematography, it knew what it was. This movie wasn't trying to be Godzilla -1. It knew exactly what it was. Sort of campy, upbeat, fun, energetic, and it worked well for the movie. So one of my other problems was the villain, Scar King. I just don't feel like he was an intimidating enough villain to warrant both Godzilla and Kong needing to team up to fight him. I feel like he just wasn't really intimidating. The movie went for around 2 hours, and at times it did drag. It felt a little slow in the second and first act. The whole origins of Hollow Earth, the tribe, the little girl, I just wasn't interested in any of those storylines. So when we finally did have that final showdown between Godzilla and Kong, it was really good. It was worth seeing the rest of the movie. Just for that, it was really funny, the fight. It felt like we were watching a wrestling match between two titans. So I did like that they focused more in this movie on the titans and less on the human aspect, because that's something in the previous movies I've felt has been a little imbalanced. So it was cool to see Godzilla with his pink atomic Barbie breath. I feel like my only other complaint is the size of the cast. Considering the different monsters, titans, and all the other cast members that are human, it just feels like there were too many, too much was going on, and they could have really just cut a few and kept it to the central characters, both titan and human. So I would give this a 7 out of 10. Don't get me wrong, I definitely think it's worth seeing and seeing in the cinema on the big screen. But it just wasn't what I hoped it would be. So let me know if you've seen it, what you think down below. Please like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. Thank you.